Greetings and welcome back to the Galley of the Sun. Sous vide. French, it means under vacuum. It is a fantastic way to cook. It can transform something like a chuck roast into an incredible steak that rivals a ribeye. So what we're going to do today is we're going to pit a couple different machines against each other. Over here I have my Joule Sous Vide. I've had it for a couple years. I've cooked with it many times. Very happy with it. It is set to 131 degrees and it will do a fantastic job. I know that. Over here we have our new Ninja Foodi with SmartLid. So one of the things they added to the new model was the ability to sous vide. Now I'll give you full disclosure. I have done this episode before, and when I went to go edit it to put it out to you fantastic people, I found that the audio was jacked up beyond recognition. So I know how this turns out, but I'll try and keep the suspense for you. So we're going to cook 2 chuck roasts. We're going to cut them into steaks, cook one in the Joule, one in the Ninja Foodi, and see how they come out against each other. So the first thing we're going to do, I have 2.5 pound chuck roasts here. Going to get that opened up and we're going to cut it into 2 real good size thick steaks. There you go. Good size steaks. Going to coat these lightly with salt and pepper. Push that down in there. Keep our clean hand clean. Okay, got the salt and pepper there. Going to put them in a vacuum seal bag. Going to wash our paws. And into each bag is going to go 2 fresh bay leaves, good sized sprig of thyme, and 3 garlic cloves. We're going to set that aside and get the second one prepared exactly the same way. All right, same as the other one. Sprig of thyme, 2 fresh bay leaves, 3 cloves of garlic. Now we're going to vacuum seal both of those bags. We have our 2 bags. They're vacuum sealed. Now, if you don't have a vacuum sealer, fret not, valued viewer. You can put these into a Ziploc bag. As you lower the Ziploc bag into the water will push the air out. Get all the air you can out, seal the Ziploc bag, make sure that that top of it is well out of the water and in no danger of allowing water to get in the bag, and you will be just fine, just fine. Okay, so my Joule is already heating up to 131 degrees. That is controlled by my phone, which is also filming this episode. So that's already going. Nice and easy. Our chuck steak goes in. And it's going to live in there for about 20 hours or so until I'm ready to cook dinner tomorrow. Now for the foodie. 12 cups of water in there, room temperature water. My steaks go in. Make sure they're fully submerged. I'm going to shut my lid. I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to make sure my vent valve is in vent, not seal, and it is. I'm going to choose sous vide. Now, this goes in 5-degree increments where the Joule goes in 0.1 degree increments. So this is cooking at 131. The Foodie's going to cook at 130, but they're going to cook for the same amount of time. I'm not going to lock the lid because if I do that, it puts it into pressure mode. I am set. I need to set my time. And we'll just go ahead and put that for 24 hours. We know it's going to be less, but it's not going to hurt it at all. It'll just keep it on the whole time. There we go, 24 hours, and then we simply hit start. We push it hard enough until it makes the beep noise. And there we go. Tomorrow, we'll come back and finish these off. See you then. So here we are on Chuck Roast Steak Day. I'm about an hour out from dinner. Still got the Ninja Foodi with SmartLid sous vide away at 130 degrees. And I've got my Joule over here still sous vide away at 131 degrees. Let's get some mashed potatoes going. So first thing I'm going to do is take an entire bulb of garlic and we're going to cut that top off. We've done this before for other things, but I don't want to short you. I want you to see everything. So we're going to get that in some foil. We're going to bunch that foil up around it, but keep that top exposed. Protect that skin a little bit and so we don't burn our paws when we pull it out. Now, on top of that goes a little bit of olive oil. Massage that in with my non-oily hand. I get a pinch of salt and pepper. Put that on top there. Oh yeah. Move that around. Now, the noises here in the background. I'm filling a pot with water for my potatoes, and the Ninja XL grill is heating up so we can roast this garlic. That's what we're doing next. I stopped the Joule. Let's get those steaks out and get them prepared. You can still hear in the background that the garlic's still a-roasting. We're looking good on time. Want to get these steaks out, discard the bay leaves and the garlic and the thyme, and get these dried off so we can get a nice sear on them. They ain't much to look at now, but once they got that sear, these are going to be fantastic. All right, get those patted dry. And remember, that's not water that's on them, that's the juices from the steak as it's been cooking for 24 hours at 131 degrees. So these are absolute perfect medium rare right now. We're going to jack the temperature up as high as it'll go on the smoker and get that sear on them. And they're only going to be on just long enough to get that sear because they're already cooked. Now we'll get the Foodi off and we'll do the same thing with those. Got my taters out now, my water's coming up. I'm going to cut these into chunks and we'll toss those in there. Once the water comes to a boil, cook these for about 10 minutes or so. We here at the Galley of the Sun love Yukon Gold potatoes when we make our mashed potatoes. That is our go-to mashed tater. And we keep the skins on. All right, so now we're about 45 minutes out from dinner time. I'm going to go get the smoker started now. I don't remember what we cooked last time in that smoker, but man, we wrecked it. So there is going to be, as some of that oil and everything burns off, there's going to be some heavy black smoke. I don't want that when I'm searing, so I'm going to go ahead and get it started a good 30 minutes before I want to cook these steaks, burn all that stuff off so I have nice clean smoke and I'm not imparting any bitterness to my steaks. Our garlic is done roasting. Will you look at that? A thing of beauty. So I'm going to set this out on the counter and let that cool as long as possible because it sort of sucks squeezing it with the glove. So hopefully it'll get down to the temperature where we can use our hands to do it. That's going in the mashed potatoes. And yeah, we're just waiting on the smoke to look nice, the smoker to come up to temperature, and the potatoes to get done boiling. It is absolutely smelling amazing in here. I've got the roasted garlic aroma, and I'm using mesquite pellets in the smoker right now to sear those steaks off. My editor's gonna be mad at me because I just now turned on the backlighting. We're about 10 minutes out from grilling the steaks, so let's get these things seasoned. I'm gonna hit them with some avocado oil here to help the seasoning stick. What I got here is some Jack Daniel's steak seasoning. This and Montreal steak seasoning are our absolute two favorites here. There we go. Give them a flip, get the other side. Like I said, when they come out of that sous vide bath, they are not the most attractive pieces of meat you ever saw, but they are absolutely from end to end perfectly medium rare, all the same. Sitting in that bath of 130 or 131 degrees for 24 hours, every bit of that meat hit that magic temperature, and that is exactly what you want. This relatively cheap chuck steak is going to come out just as tender as an expensive ribeye. Taters are almost done. They passed the fork test, so we're going to get those drained and then put back in the pot, and we'll fix everything right here. Okay, taters are drained. Now let's make them above excellent. So in with those 8 Yukon Gold potatoes goes an entire steak of butter. We're going to add a little bit less salt and pepper than I normally do, and I'll explain why in a second. There you go, taters. Precious. To that, we're going to add about a 1/4 cup of wholesome, fresh, vitamin D, full fat moo juice. Now let's see if we can get that garlic added without burning our paws. So should be able to just squeeze this and they'll just pop right out. Delicious roasted garlic. Do your best to keep any papery skins out of there. In fact, just do that. Just keep the papery skins out of there. Maybe you don't love garlic as much as us. Do 3 or 4 cloves. Now, what I have here is a mixture, and I'll tell you the truth, I'm not even 100% sure what's in it. So yesterday we filmed our ultimate grilled cheese sandwich and creamy tomato basil soup episode. And in those sandwiches, Greg whipped up this concoction. I believe there is mayonnaise in here. There is cream cheese in here. There's a bunch of Parmesan in here. Who knows what other magical things. There's definitely salt in here. It's a bit salty. So that's why I went lighter with the salt that I already put in there. I will have all the ingredients down below because he's already wrote those up for that previous episode. You'll have them here. And I'm going to put about, we had about a 1/2 cup left. Well, no, that's probably a full cup. So we'll throw about a 1/4 cup of that in there and get that all mixed up. And we'll have our cheesy roasted garlic mashed potatoes. Precious. That's not where it goes. All right, tater beating tool. Very therapeutic. It was a mildly stressful day. My troubles are in this pot, and I'm just whacking them away. I'm going to put these back on the stove at very low heat just to keep them warm. Okay, all mixed up. Let's give it a try. Oh, damn. You would think it would be heavy on the garlic with that entire bulb in there. It's subtle, just like the cheese. Immediately, you put it in your mouth, you taste mashed potatoes, and then you get that garlic and cheese afterward. Oh, fantastic. Okay, let's keep these warm. All right, let's go get those steaks seared. They're off the grill. They smell incredible. They look incredible. Now we're going to put a piece of foil over it and let them rest for about 10 minutes. Hey, if you're liking what you're seeing, there's a button for that. It's called a like button. If you hit that subscribe button, we become very happy and you find out when we release every one of our videos. What do you like to sous vide? Put that down in the comments. We'd love to hear it. Maybe we'll give them a try. We've made the potatoes and we've tried the potatoes. Absolute success there. We sous vide the chuck roast. We seared the chuck roast. Now all that's left is to try it and see what's better. The Joule that's made for sous videing or the Ninja that has a ton of features plus sous vide. So I can feed the masses. We'll give it a quick try here. This is the Joule. So with these, just like any type of meat, you want to figure out which way the grain's going, and it's going this way. You want to cut across from it. And we've done that, okay? Now here is one of the Ninja Foodi ones. Grain is sort of going this way. This is sort of a strange chuck, so we'll cut it right here. Okay, and now we try each. The Joule. Exactly as I said it would be. Just as tender as a ribeye, ton of beefy flavor. The Sear gives it that great texture. It's fantastic. Now we'll try the Foodi side. And I'll tell you what, it is just as good. So I spent, I believe, $69 on my Joule. I do love it. I use it quite often. It's normally $99. I got it either on a Black Friday sale or a Cyber Monday, something like that. Does a great job. You can control it with your phone. You can change the temperature from 20 miles away if you want to, or 100 or 1,000 miles away. I don't know why you do that, but you can. The Ninja, though, it does pressure cooking. It does air frying. It does searing. It does a ton of things, plus the sous vide. So there you go. It's up to you. There's the results. Hey, thank you so much for joining us. And until next time, fair winds and falling seas. Beep. To make this competition fair, we're going to cook them both exactly the same. So, beep. Where's my tater beating tool? Tater beating tool, tater beating tool. Where's my tater beating tool?